And welcome to this Astrology Weekly on quantumhealers.com. My name is Patricia Grootjans, and we're going to look at the astrology forecast for week 16, which runs from April 14 until April 20. And we have an interesting week this week because 3 planets are moving into new zodiac signs. So let's take a look. Okay, as we are looking at this week starting at April 14, I do want to mention that on April 13, just one day before, there was a full moon in Libra and Venus was moving direct again at 24 degrees Pisces. So the energies were all about peace and harmony. And we see that this energy is extending this week. Now, in this week, the sun is moving into the sign of Taurus, and this will happen on April 20. But right before the sun moves into Taurus, we have Mercury moving into Aries on the 17th, and we have Mars moving into Leo on the 18th. Isn't that interesting? We have 1 week with 3 planets moving into a new sign. So, what does this mean? When a planet is moving into a new sign, it means that it also reflects the beginning of a new energy, the beginning of a new cycle. And the energy of that zodiac sign is very powerful at the beginning. So when a planet is moving into a new sign, the energy of that planet is getting some extra boost of the zodiac power that it is receiving at that point in time. Okay, let's start with looking at Mercury in Aries. Mercury is the planet of communication, of course, and when it moves into Aries, the fiery energy, we can see that the communication between people is becoming more direct. It could be that communication can be a bit tense because Aries is a bit impulsive. So it could be that there are some impulsive conversations happening. Think twice is the advice for this week, I guess. And but Mercury is also about trade and about decision making. And when Mercury is in the sign of Aries, it's also about making choices. Choices around trading, choices about communication. And it addresses our need to be courageous. This means that we need to be courageous in what we communicate, how we communicate, and when we communicate. Now, the energy of Aries is all about taking initiative. So, this could point out that you may need to take the initiative to start a conversation that seems to be important. And Mars entering Leo is helping, but it is helping to find courage, but it can also create an atmosphere where things can be said in a bit blunt energy. So, again, another sign that you need to be careful how you say things. So, whenever you communicate, try to go to your heart center, focus on your heart, focus on love, and then communicate what you want to do. And by the time that you have focused on your heart, you already have counted to, well, maybe not 10, but enough to think twice before you say something. Okay. Um, Again, Mars enters Leo. Leo is a very creative sign. So this could be an extra impulse to start new projects, to start new initiatives, and especially when they are around the topic of self expression, because Leo is a sign of self expression, about expressing your identity, and Mars is about the assertiveness aspect of our identity. So, what do we need um, to be more assertive? Or maybe we are being overly assertive because Leo is known as a proud sign, but it's really about self awareness and finding the balance between self awareness or being overly sensitive. So, um, I guess with all these fire energies, because Leo, of course, is also a fire energy, it's important that we learn to focus on our grounding, because the energies can be really high, they can be really quick, because fire has a quick pace and wants to do things immediately and quickly. So there isn't a lot of patience in the fire energy. But luckily, we have the sun moving into Taurus, the earth energy, which calls us to slow down on all levels. Now, before the sun moves into Taurus, I would like to point out that especially the fire energy is perfect to start new projects, new initiatives, and it's very important to use the momentum. I know that I've interviewed many people in the past who were very successful, and I used to ask them the question, what led to their success? And I know that many people answered this question by saying that they could see when the moment was right and when they needed to act quickly. So the fire energy of Mercury and Mars is helping us to see what opportunity we have and to use the moment to see that we need to act quickly and to go straight forward and to not hesitate, but just focus on our goals and go for it. Okay. And so use the momentum. And there is something magical, I believe, in finding that momentum, because I've seen that um, these successful people who really um, build successful businesses, they had this gift of finding the right moment. And this is an intuitive process. So, this fire energy is also related to listening to our intuition and to know when to hear what information you need, who you need to gather, like what people do you need to bring together, and when to act on it. Okay, so on the 20th, the sun is moving into Taurus, the sign of peace, harmony, beauty, and also Taurus is the energy that connects us with nature, with the earth energy itself. And this calls us to slow down and to take a moment to listen to our body. What does our body need? Do we need to take some rest? Do we need other type of nutrition? It would be a good week to have a massage or to focus on the physical aspects of our body, the physical aspects of our health. I've also noticed that when the sun is moving through Taurus, um, there's a lot of energy focused on how we present our physical body. So, regarding style, shaping our body, I guess that's how I would like to say it. It's about shaping our body the way that we want to see it. And now, there's another aspect to Taurus, of course, which is music and sound. And here I want to mention that Taurus is the energy that is related to certain cultures. It's related to Spain, of course. And we can see that the bull is an important animal for Spain. We can see that the Taurus energy is important in India, where there's a lot of focus on peace, and there's also a Taurus energy in Ireland and in the UK, where music plays such an important role. Taurus is about beauty, music, singing, dancing, everything that creates more harmony, more peace. Sound healing is something that specifically belongs to Taurus, to the Taurus energy. And when we look at Egypt, which is also a Taurus energy, we can see that there used to be the priestesses in the temples, the Hathore or the Hathors, how you call them, and they were working with the feminine energies, but they were also working with sound healing and color healing. And this is something that is really in line with the Taurus energy. So if you are interested in alternative healing or spiritual healing, then this could be a great week to tune into the Hathor energy, to the Egyptian energies, and to work with sound healing. And as we have seen that this is also a way to start new projects and to initiate new projects, this could also point out that it could be that sound healing is related to that. So if you are using sound healing in your practice as a healer, then you may want to think if you have any new ideas about how you can use sound healing in your practice, because the energy is so high for creating new things. Okay. Energy of Taurus is also about the earth and flowers and vegetables, gardening. And this is a perfect week for planting seeds now that so many planets are moving into the first sign of a zodiac sign, the first degree of zodiac sign. I mean, this is very much in line with the energy where seeds can come to, how do you say that? They can start to grow. Okay. And let's see what else do we have this week. We've mentioned the Hathors, the Egyptian energy. This is a week where we can step into a more peaceful energy, where we can slow down, take some time to look after ourselves, self-care, nutrition. And these are all things that are very wonderful to focus on this week. Okay. Um, if you are going through this week with sound healing, let me know if there's anything special that you notice now that the planets are moving into these new zodiac signs. And don't forget to sing, don't forget to dance, don't forget to laugh, and just be happy, because this is what the Taurus energy is about, to enjoy life to the fullest. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.